Hey everyone, it's Chris. Welcome to my parlour. Today I'm reminiscing. I'm thinking about the people that have come and gone in my life, and I wonder if you are out there thinking about someone that has left your life for whatever reason, and whether or not they are happy, whether or not they are content with their life, what's happening in their lives, what opportunities are happening for them. Do they miss you perhaps? Do they think of you? And I thought, why not do a reading about what someone important or was important in your life at one time is thinking, feeling and doing right now? What opportunities are coming in through for them? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they lonely? Or are they just getting on with their lives and just being who they are? It's sort of funny when it comes to people that we are thinking about, and whether or not we want them back into our lives. It's not the reading's not about that today. It's about what the person you're thinking about is doing with their life, and you just want a general peek into what's happening for them, just like looking up on Facebook to see what they've been doing and what they've been posting. So it's just a gentle reading about that. Nothing specific, just a general look, just a check up on someone that you are thinking about. So 1, 2 or 3, you can have however many choices that you want. It's entirely up to you. It's your reading. Remembering it is a general reading, so please take what you need and leave the rest, and see what we got. So I'm going to pour a cup of tea to get the memories flowing and to find out what might be happening for the person that you're thinking about. 1, 2 or 3. Number 1. If you chose number 1, let's find out what the person you're thinking about, what's happening for them at the moment. Just checking in on them. The cards are just jumping around all over the place. They're quite busy. Oh, that one fell out by itself, so I'm going to put that one up there. The 9 of Wands, they're preparing for something. They're preparing for a change. They're setting up some boundaries. They've left themselves open too many times, so they're setting up a few boundaries at the moment. I'm not too sure why, but they're prepared to try again on something. So they're in the middle of making plans, making some alterations to their life. So they're quite busy emotionally, physically, spiritually, intellectually. They're waiting for another opportunity to start, I think, or to resume something. Maybe they are thinking about you. Maybe they're thinking about the past. Maybe they're ready to try again. I don't know, or whether or not they're in like an in between. They haven't finished what they started at the moment, but they're not prepared to start something new either. So they're sort of in between. They might be in between jobs at the moment. I think they might be actually in between something at the moment. They're preparing, like preparing for a change in direction, a change in residence, a change in jobs, change in lifestyle. But it's certainly waiting for a new opportunity, a new beginning. They're quite happy with that idea. New beginnings. They're preparing for a new beginning. find it's quite good for them. It may or may not have been their idea, but they certainly come to respect it and to look forward to this change, to this new place of being that they're preparing for. They might be packing boxes and might be moving a residence. They might be writing up a new resume and sending it out to new prospective employers. They might be prepared to travel. But leaving behind the past is a bit difficult for them because it's stirring up memories for them, because they might be moving from somewhere that's been very stable for a while into a brand new situation. But the situation and the offering it provides for them is just too good to refuse, too good to pass up. So they're in a position now of moving. A transition is coming through for them. Seven of Wands. As with anything, even the good things, it does bring about some anxiety, apprehension. You know, it does take a courage to move away from what you already know into something brand new, no matter how wonderful it is. And they feel as though perhaps other people don't agree with what they're doing. Maybe they're just moving away from family and from friends, and friends and family are going to miss them, of course, and wonder, oh yeah, you know, how often are you going to contact us? How often are we going to see you now that you're changing? So they're in a bit of a quandary at the moment about how to keep other people happy as well. How to keep other people happy as well. But I think the opportunity is really good for them. Let's find out what it might be. Who are they, by the way? So let's find out perhaps a bit more about them. Some people, I think a certain person is concerned about them. I don't know who that might be, I don't know whether you have contact with them or not, but there's someone that's quite concerned about them because they're moving away or doing something that's going to take them away from them. Does that make sense? Perhaps a partner or a parent or a sibling, a child, perhaps even, and whoever you're thinking about is concerned for them too, because they're going to be distance from them, and it does take a lot of courage to make that transition, leaving behind people that you care about. So they are leaving behind someone that they care about, and there's a bit of issue going on there, so a bit of conflict going on there. Your friend, whoever you're thinking about, wants to make this transition. They know they have to make this transition. It's sort of like destiny calling. But whoever they're leaving behind is feeling a little bit sad, a little bit, and your friend needs to stand up for themselves in this one and to say, hey, look, you know, I still care about you, I still love you, we're still keeping contact, but I have to do this. That sort of thing comes through here. The Hermit. They've thought about this day in, day out for months. And they've come to, they're in a place of peace now. They're in a place of, yeah, this is the right move, and this is what's happening, and I'm going to be doing this. So they've come to the point of peace and acceptance that this change is happening, but they can't help how other people feel. So they're feeling a little bit sad about that. But what can they do? They can't control how other people feel. Good or bad, it's sort of something that they need to do. So they're preparing for a change, and they've made peace with themselves. They're ready to move on. So what interesting things are going to happen for them? Ooh, romance beckons. A connection that is favourable, a connection that is inevitable, a connection that has been in the making for a long time. This is a relationship that needs to happen. And the person that you're thinking about has made that commitment. Whoever they leave behind, children, a partner, you know, they've made peace with themselves. They made peace with the opportunity that's coming through for them. And it's going to suit them, your friend, and they're quite willing to move forward with this for this relationship. This relationship's very important to them, and they will commit to this person and make a future with them. It's a new beginning for them. And they have faith, and they are going to make that commitment, definitely. They're going to make that commitment. And it's going to bring about some joyful, peaceful times for them. It's going to be a celebration. So your friend is going to be celebrating this relationship, their commitment to this person. And I think that's a really important note to make. They have made their decision, and they're going to stick with it. They've made that commitment, and they hope others will join in with their feeling of well-being. So they're quite happy, content. So I hope that relieves your mind and gives you an idea of how your friend is feeling. So thank you. I hope that was helpful for you. Number 1. Number 2. Did you choose this one? Let's find out what your friend, whoever you're thinking about, is thinking and feeling and doing at the moment. Are they happy? Are they content? Are they busy? Let's find out a bit more about them, shall we? Let's find out. Let's find out who they might be thinking, feeling and doing. They weren't going to talk to me for a while, but they've calmed down. They're prepared to just stop for a moment and just have a chat. The King of Wands. They're feeling pretty good. Feeling in charge of their life. They're moving forward quite well. They've got brand new ideas. They feel as though things are working out for them. They've got no complaints so far. They're feeling quite good. They've got no complaints so far. They've got something planned though here. There's definitely something in the works that they are rushing towards. An opportunity perhaps. They're really quite set on a new course of action. And it's destiny for them. This has been, they've worked through everything. They've done a lot of soul searching. They've done a lot of career work, on their career. They've done a lot of work on themselves personally. They've maybe even done some counselling on personal levels, whatever has been on their mind or what they haven't let go of. They've done a lot of clearing out, a lot of energy work, and they're ready for this new change. It feels as though it's a calling for them. So they are quite content at the moment. There's a lot going on in their life, but they're really quite prepared for it. Oh, I feel excited for them because I feel as though they've let go of the past. They've forgiven all of their sins and everybody else's sins. They've done a lot of work on that. They've done a lot of work on themselves, and they feel as though they are now ready to move forward. They've got lots of opportunities. They're feeling quite good about those opportunities. So they're in charge of their own future here at the moment. They've feeling quite good. They're quite confident. Doesn't mean to say that they haven't got worries about what they're going to be doing, but they're certainly confident about being able to fulfill that. They don't need any help here. They've done everything they need to do. They're quite happy, quite content. What might be happening for them? Let's find out who they are first, though. I want to find out who they are. A bit more about them. There. This is interesting because they're moving forward. They weren't too sure for quite some time. They did a lot of working through here, and it did keep them suspended for a while. It kept them suspended from their life because they thought, you know, what's happened to me? Why has this happened to me? Why am I doing this? Or why doesn't things work? Why hasn't this worked and that worked? Or why didn't we get along? Or why didn't we blah, blah, blah. So it kept them suspended for quite some time. But they've done a lot of work on themselves, and they are now ready to move on. They've made a lot of sacrifices to get themselves to where they are right now, and they are quite content with what they have achieved. So kudos on them. I'll give them a pat on the back for this because they've worked damn hard to be where they are right now, and they are working so hard to get things moving. So they've lost the lethargy, they've lost the lack of enthusiasm. They've certainly now motivated, and they're just ready now to move on. So if they were suspended for whatever reason, if they were stuck, or if they weren't quite content with their life, that's altered now. They have found a new purpose, and they are prepared to move on with it. Ooh, and they're ready to make a commitment. A love commitment, a professional commitment, whatever it might be personal to them, but they're ready to make a commitment to life. Let's put it that way. Oh, definitely making a commitment. Definitely. So this is like a relationship. Definitely they're making a commitment to a relationship. Oh, there might be an overseas connection. They've been saving a lot to travel. What does that mean? Oh, I feel very confident about their future and about the person that they are committing to. They're going to be quite happy, and I think because this person has worked on themselves so much, they are more valuable in a relationship kind of way. Does that make sense? So, definitely feeling good vibes here. Very good vibes. So they're happy. Let's put it that way. They're content to move forward, and they're a different person to what they were when you knew them. And they're a very different person. You wouldn't even recognise them now. They're totally changed. Totally changed. and good on them. Good on them. I feel so proud of them. And I don't even know them, so I feel very proud of them. So I hope you feel proud of them too. Number 2. Number 3, last but not least, number 3. Let's find out what might be happening for you and the person you're thinking about. Is there still a connection there? Do you still feel a spark, perhaps? Or is this just a genuinely idea about how they're going? Do you genuinely want to know how they're doing? Just a checking in on them, perhaps. Someone that you care about. What's happening for them? What's going on here? Remember, this is a general reading. The 7 of Cups. 5 of Swords. The Page of Cups. He looks like he's finally found his space. He's finally found his connection, his pride, his joy, his... Oh, he feels good. Or she feels good. Whoever that might be. He or she. Doesn't really matter, does it? It's the person that you're thinking about, whatever gender they may be. Was there some conflict in the past with this person because of the choices that they made? Did they make the wrong choice? Was there a disagreement with this person that you're thinking of here at the moment? You feel as though you lost the battle. You lost the battle, but you haven't lost the war. Does that make sense? So it's sort of like there was I'm just feeling some conflict here, as though you parted on uncertain terms. I can tell you now that the person you're thinking about has finally found their space, their happiness. So there may have been conflict. They may have made the wrong decision. You may have made the wrong decision, because there's just so many choices to be made here, and we can only make the decisions that are right for us. Sometimes they are not quite the right ones for everybody else, and that causes conflict. It feels as though you lost the war, but you haven't. You've only lost the battle. Because this person now is quite content. They are quite well within their comfort zone. They found their comfort zone. They found their comfort zone. And they're full of potential. There's just so much going on for them. They're quite happy emotionally. They're in a good place. They're in a good place. The conflict has passed. The decision was made. The choices were made. Good, bad, or indifferent. It was made. You can't undo that choice, and you can't undo the conflict that happened. But the person you're thinking about is in a good place right now. They made the decision that was right for them. Does that make sense? How hard it was, no matter how hard it was, it's the right decision for them. So who are they? Who are they? A very creative person, male or female, doesn't matter with the Empress, because it means creativity. It means bringing in that nurturing, that perfect balance of yin yang. It's perfect balance, the right place, the right time to create something, and they're in that process of creating the life that they want, feeling good, feeling as though they're in the right place, that things can happen right now. It's prime real estate virtually. It's pristine. It's everything's been cleared, and the opportunity now to nurture and to bring forth whatever it is that's they want. So they're quite content in that. So what might be coming through for them? The circumstances are just perfect. Everything's aligned for them. For whatever they want to bring into the world, everything's just lined up perfect. They've got all the ducks in a row. I'm just sensing there's so much potential here for whatever their life they want. There's no blame, there's no recrimination, there's just, everything's just been forgiven. It's like they've wiped the slate clean, and everything is just it doesn't lessen what's happened in the past. It doesn't lessen anything here. But you want to know how they are, don't you? You want to know what they're coping with, what they're doing, because you care about them, perhaps. To know that they're happy. I think that's a really important thing to know. They're celebrating something. They're about to celebrate something. Something really good is entering their life, or has entered their life, and they are going to kick up their heels and really paint the town red to really enjoy something, because they're creating something very important, and they'll be able to celebrate it. And they have hope for the future. They have hope for the future. Oh, an opportunity knocks. Are they going to open the door? Because something really good is happening for them. So you can be content to know that the person you're thinking about is happy. I don't know how far the wounds go. Who knows? But they're healed. They've healed quite well, and they're feeling quite content. So an opportunity knocks. It's up to them to open the door, I think. Who's going to be standing behind the door when they open it? Who's going to be there waiting for them? What is going to be there waiting for them? That's interesting, isn't it? Does that give you any ideas of what might be happening? Of what you need to do or what you want to do? But something is definitely there waiting for them. All they've got to do is open that door. So, yeah. So I hope that's helped you to give you an indication of how your person is thinking and feeling and what they're going to be doing. So thank you. Number 3. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope that was helpful for you and gave you an indication of what might be happening for you and the person that you're thinking about, and how you want to know what's happening for them. I hope it's been satisfying that all 3 of you have had indication that the person you're thinking about is doing well. They're doing well. So I think that's all that we really need to know. So I hope it's helped you, and until next time, guys, so many blessings.